Hello everyone and welcome to Ready City Crit. I'm Dungeon Master Harda and joining me today are some cold ass people. Let's kick it off with, let's go around working away from, let's go from the character who would be least likely to eat a dog and then we'll work our way up from there and let's just see what happens.
What?
It's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Well, you know, imagine like the cannibalism question, you know, if you were like freezing to death on a dog sled, would you eat a dog?
We all know who likes to eat dogs.
Like, am I well acquainted with the dog?
Depends if well acquainted you're with the two dogs pulling the sled.
Go ahead.
Notice how none of us are jumping in to be first. We're all like, yeah, we'd potentially not like.
Okay, I'll not eat a dog, so I'll start. Hi, my name is Vilsword, and I play Bahagor, a white dragonborn fighter warlock. We don't know about him. We don't know much about his character yet, but he seems a pretty good guy. He's a pretty cool guy and really tall.
Hashtag not a dog eater.
What does
No,
it,
hashtag dogs for life.
What does it say about us that we were more comfortable with the concept of cannibalism than we are with eating dogs?
I have it on the same level. Meat is meat.
I will not eat a dog. I refuse.
See, Ville's hashtag dogs for life,
Is it
and we're
like,
all hashtag
are
dogs for dinner.
dog eating or us dog eating?
Characters. It's obviously
Okay.
characters. It's not you personally.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
I'll go next
Yeah, sure,
then. I
obviously.
feel, you know, hi, I'm George. I play Malice, the drow cleric, and yeah, meat's meat. People, dog, it's all the same.
I'll go next. So I'm Rob. I play Bodger, the halfling monk. Hasn't eaten dog before, probably would. He's eaten a lot worse because he's a sailor. You get what you can, you know. Like once the scurvy hits,
He's had that
you
perpetual stew that's been going like months and months.
past choose. Hey, that's a halfling thing. Stop being racist. And yeah, not tall. Not tall.
Well, hi, I'm Adam. I'm playing Scratch, our human druid. Probably ate a dog. Probably would do so again. I mean, last session she inhaled wolf brain incense, so...
The fuck? Yeah, I forgot about that. That was a bit disturbing.
so
There's a rumor on
probable.
Reddit that Scratch started the like Tesco horse meat scandal a few years back.
Did you know there was a guy who had like fucking botulism, which is super rare in America, but he got botulism from trying to make perpetual stew. He'd been eating it for like 8 months.
That's kind of fucked, you know. But what to say? She's a guide, and she can carry her weight twice. I found out last session, which is pretty fun.
Hey, it's fucking strong, isn't she?
She's stronger as a person than a bear.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like an ant person.
She's got fucking 18 strength. What the fucking druid with 18
Why do
strength?
you need that as a druid? That's scary.
There's a lot of trees I have to carry, my friend. Fucking hell.
Good stat rolls. It's like, who needs con and dex? I'm going strength.
I have a decent
I
con.
have always
like,
wanted to play a wizard with really high strength who just constantly like tears off the sleeves of his wizard robe to reveal he's like super buff.
Yeah.
But it's just like
I
the like
cast
fucking
fist.
trope. It's literally like that fucking Borderlands Telltale game trope. Like, can you tell your friend to put his shirt back on? He's making me uncomfortable. Like the nerdy guy's like gonna rip the fuck.
It gets like fireballs by like flexing his backs, like pew, 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 pew.
I want to be like a wizard barbarian, you know? When I run out of spell slots, I just start hitting folks.
Alrighty.
I mean-
Well, on the note of that, shall we jump back in? Who wants to remind us what was happening previously?
Dog shopping and sled building to a fashion.
We killed a moose, chop its head, return it, got a reward, the reward, and yeah, now we're gonna go to just
We're gonna go
Let's travel
catch a
to-
murderer, maybe. We're gonna try.
yes,
Yeah.
perhaps try to find a murderer on the way.
Murderer. So yeah, leaving Lowlywood, heading to Termalaine, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going? In the first instance.
We want to go to but the end destination is like Kelvin's car? No, but is it,
Calvin's Cairn.
I think
Kelvin's
you
Cairn,
wanna,
but then have to go all the way
Scratch wanna
around
do
the-
Kelvin's Cairn, and the shortest route to Kelvin's Cairn is via Cair Connig, which has got the shortest off road time. Traveling on the roads is a lot safer and faster.
So we're basically
than
traveling on the
the
roads,
glaciers.
hitting all the Hitting all the villages.
Because you're looking for this
Yeah.
trading company as well. Targ's trading company is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
We're not dumb enough to just go off into the wilderness.
I mean,
We're not all dumb enough to go off into the wilderness.
I mean, we all lost and we all found each other, and that's how we became a party. So we don't want to get lost again.
But yeah, as you guys
It's like,
finish,
how many more people are gonna join? Like, this could just keep happening.
as you guys finished up with the getting the sled kind of set aside, you got some firewood that you skinned down from this slightly bigger carriage that you turned into the sled. You also bought 2 sled dogs to go with it, and then you're intending on traveling along the road itself to Termalaine. Just as you kind of finished up, that heavy fog has now lifted, and it is once again kind of clear skies. It's probably around about just mid to early afternoon, about 3 p.m. ish. So it's still very much the twilight is still very much kind of ongoing at this time.
So, shall we get going before the data comes around and the wolves start howling?
How long is it going to take us to get to Termalaine?
Could Scratch do a survival check to figure that out?
Yep.
Could she get a bonus from her guide background by chance?
The DC will just be lowered to reflect your background.
Nice.
I would love to tell you my result, but I'm having frame rate issues on D&D Beyond.
Just roll and roll 20 if you want.
Fair enough. I rolled a 15. It will come through in 2 hours. So, sorry,
21.
15 plus. No, 21 now.
So
21
yeah,
altogether.
with 21, you would know that between Lonelywood and Termalaine, there is basically a snow-covered path that kind of connects it, kind of winding along the coast, the edge of the lake, of Mer Duladon. So it'll take you about 2 hours or so on that path without any assistance. If you were just on a sled with the dogs and you were all on that sled, it would probably take about half that time. But obviously, you're slightly limited by how much your dogs can pull. I believe your dogs collectively can pull about 720 pounds, but the sled itself is about 300 pounds of that weight. So you do need a few more dogs before you can all start piling on and then using that speed.
Look, we're
So it's
acquiring dogs, okay? And hopefully won't be losing them at the same rate.
Out of curiosity, if Scratch were to help out the dogs with her carrying capacity, would
You don't
she
go fast
be,
enough. The problem.
Fair enough.
So you can't match their speed. They're going faster. They can
But
dash
you
and dash.
can carry the
Could you
dogs
wild
and
shape?
the sled if you need
If you
to.
if you wild shaped into a wolf or a husky or something similar, then you could aid them and you would have the same pulling capacity as them. However, like them, basically they dash for an hour and then they need to rest or they risk getting exhausted. So basically, a short journey like this, you could do it in half the time and make a rest at the destination, but a longer journey, like say Termalaine to Targos, is probably about 4 times, at least double this journey because it goes a bit longer. So that would maybe require a stop in the middle, but might still half the time, if that makes sense.
Alright, so it should take us about 2 hours to get there if we walk with the sleigh. Plus, there's too many of us for the say to carry the dogs. So yeah, 2 hours, give or take.
That was good.
All right then.
So, if we're lucky enough, we can get there by dusk.
Bodger just hops on the back of the sled. It's like, all right, I'm all set.
Before we go, I just want to get a couple of things. I want to get 2 nets, and I want to get 2 manacles as well.
2 manacles and 2 nets, yeah, you can acquire those
Yes.
from the one of the stores in town. You just get the adventure gear sorted, not a worry.
How much do rations cost here, if I may ask?
Same price as they normally cost, I reckon.
Okay.
Lonelywood has lots of fishermen and trappers, so they trap in the woods, and they also fish the lake. They fish Mer Duldon, so
I'll just quickly check how much rations cost, to be honest.
I think it's 5 silver a day.
And they are durable, right? They won't perish.
Yeah, they're not perishable. You haven't bought any rations for your dogs, did you? Did you buy dog food?
We got a lot of
How
moose
much is
meat.
one?
Got meat. The meat would do, so you just need to cook the meat because it's frozen. So you need to make a fire to feed the dogs at least once a day. And they are medium-sized creatures, so they require the same amount as you guys, which is about the same as as a standard ration. It's like a pound, I think, a pound a day.
Will also get some.
And how much does dog food cost?
The dog food, for all intents and purposes, will cost the same as rations, just because it's just a different quality of food.
Scratch will spend 10 gold for 5 days worth of rations for humans and 5 days worth for dogs.
Perfect.
Spending 2 gold because I already had some rations. I'm just getting myself back up again because I've been eating them. I'm not eating people's filthy food that I don't trust.
So feed per day for horses is normally 5 copper pieces a day. So do that for dogs. You probably give them lower quality meat than you guys, so you can cut that price.
Give them the shitty stuff.
You can give them the cheap offcuts and things like that. You know that you wouldn't need a huge.
So how much does it cost? Sorry.
5 copper a day. So instead of 2.5 gold, it'd be 2.5 silver.
I swear Sylvie shot you a dirty look as you said you could feed him the cheap offcuts.
Probably.
And it was horse.
Just do feed. If you just type feed or feed per day, it should pop up.
I'm gonna get 5 days of each.
Yeah. The weight
As
of
well.
the feed per day will be wrong because it's intended for a large creature. But just assume that it's just less weight, but it'll do dog for a day. Yeah, you start traveling along the road itself. Traveling on the roads here is a lot safer than going off the beaten track, as it were. Kind of traveling along here, there's no real risk, especially in such clear weather right now, of going off course or anything like that. And also you're far enough away from anything like avalanche territory, like big mountainous hills and things like that, that would present any risks. And again, with no heavy snowfall or anything like that, it's very easy to follow the snow-covered path. But you imagine if it was like heavy snow or blistering winds like getting in your eyes and things like that, it might be more difficult. The dogs pulling the sled, they do not need to run at full pelt because they're matching the pace of your slowest member because you're all sticking together, I assume. So you will all, with your snowshoes, plodding along, arrive at Termalaine in probably about 2 hours. The snowshoes aren't really super needed in these paths. They are snow covered, but they are still they're pathways. They're like stone underneath.
Snowdrift.
Yeah, so they're not like you're wading through like really light powdered snow, which is where the snowshoes come in handy, which you would have needed as you kind of were getting to Lonely Wood for most of you, because you all come from further afield, some of you across that open areas as well. But yeah, on these paths they're not really as necessary, so they don't really aid you or hinder you in any such way really. But yeah, after about 2 hours of traveling, the twilight begins to end now. It begins to get dark, kind of as you were just passing about like the halfway point in the journey. You may need light sources to light your way. Maybe a lantern on the sled wouldn't go amiss if you wanted to see what was up ahead of you. Anyone?
I'll go have a look, see what's ahead of us. Let me go ahead and see what's ahead of there.
Okay, so you're just going to walk. How far ahead of the group do you want to walk? Just like to...
20 feet.
If it's getting dark, I'll also walk with Bahagor, because I've got dark vision as well. Not spicy dark vision. But yeah.
Just regular old vanilla dark vision.
Yeah.
Also, can Scratch have her owl circling above the party, just on the lookout with its dark vision?
You can have the owl circling as standard, and because you're using the new wolves, they don't need light sources, so they can actually see where they're going as well. Well, the new huskies. So I believe Scratch, you're the only one who doesn't have dark vision, unless you have it for any other reason.
She does not have dark vision.
Are you like gonna light a light source? Are you gonna like sit on the sled for a bit? What's the plan?
A short light source.
Cool. What do you light?
The torch.
Cool. Burns
See,
for
light.
1 hour. So
Oh, never mind. I don't have a torch.
I can
Damn
cast
you.
light. I could just cast light on something on the
Okay.
sled.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
Because like on the dog's nose, like ding.
Fucking Rudolph.
I'm gonna walk out probably like 30 feet ahead of the
I'm
party.
imagining
just
that we
a little
have
bit
at
further
least
away.
like some kind of bundle on the sled.
Yeah, you have like firewood and stuff in the sled set aside, so you just make the one bit of the log or the rope glow.
Yeah.
Just so Scratch is like a point of reference to stick to as you're kind of trundling along and like doesn't risk slipping on black ice and things like that. And yeah, with you scouting ahead, again, the roads are fairly quiet as you're kind of traveling along. You do, as you're like passing along, the road between Lonelywood and Termalaine isn't that long, and you've got the forest to your left the whole way, and you're kind of more looking probably towards that, and then occasionally look at the water's edge as the water kind of ripples and like things are disturbed below the surface, maybe fish or something worse. But regardless, after about 2 hours of travel and the darkness has now fully descended on you, it's still at a point now where that twilight has gone, and the moon is yet to like show itself. So it is dark. There's no more natural dim light at all. There probably won't be for at least another about 4 hours or so. Well, maybe about 1 hour actually, because you traveled a little bit to get here. No, yeah, 4 hours. My bad. It's now 5 p.m. So yeah, in about 4 hours, there should probably be the moon will begin to show itself, and there'll be some natural light again. But until then, it is dark. And you do arrive in Termalaine. Termalaine is a widely regarded as probably the most picturesque town of Icewind Dale. It's kind of like spreading out from the shore on the Mael Dúldán itself, and it's bordered on the north and the west by tall pines, which are like shared with Lonelywood. The buildings here, you see incorporated carvings of wizards, homunculi, tigers, and smiling djinn. And yeah, it is the enchantment of like how beautiful it looks from the outside. As you kind of get closer and closer, you feel this like icy claw and teeth of cold wind kind of sweeping down from the north, shearing through all layers of your clothing. It looks like this little settlement itself has been built on the path of this dreadful gale that like constantly billows down, kind of like sending this like harsh wind tunnel effect almost like through the actual settlement itself. You would expect here, as you would expect, there's likely lots of fishermen here, probably shipbuilders as well, and scrimshanders. But those of you who are locals would also know that Termalaine is also has a little gem mine as well, not too far to the east of the settlement, which they do make some profit on. And yeah, as you kind of like come in, that's you kind of coming in from the north road here. You kind of like are coming in from that Lonelywood trail. What do you like to do?
God, it's dreadfully cold here. Every time it seems the gale gets worse and worse.
I don't think it's so bad.
This one looks fairly bigger than the other ones. At least the ones I've been to.
It's a nice town. Nice paintings. Rather picture-like or picturesque. Yeah, that's the word, picturesque. Though I don't know.
Perhaps we try to find
for my liking.
Perhaps we try to find a nice on fire for us, maybe a tavern or something, and see what the word is in town at the moment.
Scratch would call her owl down, and it would perch on her shoulder as they walk.
Silently lands on your shoulder. As you're kind of walking along, the streets here are a little bit busier than Lonelywood. People are a bit more coming to go in, especially as the it's kind of like 5 o'clock. It's that kind of like end of the day for a lot of people who are finishing their working day, people heading home and things like that. And as you're kind of like traveling along, I don't know if you're like looking for anything in particular, but as you are moving, there is a boy standing on a little soapbox on like a corner, like a T-junction, and he's yelling out. He's like wrapped up in heavy winter clothes as well, and there's a few people like passing by, and he seems to be crying out like maybe news. But as you kind of get close to him, you kind of pick up little bits and pieces that aren't blown away in the gale itself, and you hear, "The gemstone mine is closed because of monsters. Speaker Matthew is offering 50 gold to anyone who clears it out."
Oh, did you guys hear that?
That's another dog. Or some, food for this and reasons.
I was about to say, plus, people remember when you help them out, and if you plan to stay here for a while, it's always good to have a good, how to put it, reputation with the locals.
Oh yeah, that as well.
Worth its weight in gold.
I agree.
People
I think
have a long memory.
I agree. I think if you try to help them out with this, I think we'll maybe to get a bit more information from everyone in town.
If the speaker of this town is as friendly as the speaker of the last one, perhaps we'll even not have to pay for any beds or a warm fire.
That's true. Should we? Do you reckon we should like go there first then, to see if they can?
Plus, you know,
What is that?
the sooner we get there, the sooner we can enlist for this task before anybody beats us to it.
I mean, for
Alright.
them to be advertising this so openly public, I mean, they must be struggling with getting
I
rid of
mean,
these so-called monsters.
50 gold is like quite a lot, isn't it? Like
Indeed.
for
Yeah,
like normal people. I remember I was pretty long in the tooth before I had 50 gold in my name, you know?
Well, I suppose
Yeah.
most normal people don't like the fact of fighting monsters.
Well, let's go have a look. I'm not sure where the speaker's house is here. It's a bigger town, but I'm sure if we maybe ask around.
I'll hop
You
off and talk to the
small
boy.
shouting boy.
Yeah, what do you want?
Ignore her. She'll only
right
be
here,
mean
stop
by,
shouting, please.
by accident.
It's in my nature to yell.
I suppose that's why you've got that job then.
Indeed.
You're literally 3 feet away from me. Can you please stop shouting?
Apparently, I was born of a condition. I can't control the volume of my voice.
All right. So you're the yeller. We're looking for the speaker, like normal volume. Speaker Matthew, you say?
Yeah, Speaker Matthew. Yeah,
Matthew. Is that
Matthew. There's an S in there. Matthew.
Have you got, maths.
Matthew.
Matthew. Yeah.
Speaker
Matthew.
Speaker Matthew. That's
All right.
him.
Matthew. Oh, I thought you had like 2 speech impediments then, but it's just the
Yeah,
one.
it's,
And a
his
funny
first
name
name's
for your
Orus.
speaker. Horus.
Orus. Yeah.
Check out his horse. All right. So, whereabouts is he then? If we
You
were
can
to
probably
fi-
find him down the Blue Clam. If you go back where you came, take a left, then a right, and then straight on at the junction, and then straight on the next junction, you see it on your right hand side.
Back where you came, left, right, straight on your left.
Yeah, you got it there.
All right.
All right, so just before we go here, I mean, you yelling out all this news and stuff. I'm sure it must be someone that is, you know, it's full of, you know, knowledge. Maybe what's happening in town, right?
Yeah, I just kind of read the things loudly to people so they know what's happening.
Okay, do you know anything?
Hang on, wait a second. 2 for 1 rooms at the east side tonight. If you say the word fish iron. Okay, sorry, I have to do it every half an hour to get my pay.
Okay,
sense.
I mean, do
Fish
you know?
iron.
Do you know anything? Is there any news around this killings that be happening in Tent House?
Pardon? The what?
There's like some people going around killing people.
I mean, like potentially,
You're not catching them killers,
not
then.
here. Are you talking about the strange murders?
Yes, that's some strange murders happening with icy weapons and all of that
People
happening.
are being murdered.
Murder.
Like it's not. All I know
forgot
is
to
it's not happening
elaborate on
here.
my-
I know down in Targos there was a human man killed, like a month ago. I know I did hear about that glass blowing dwarf in Bryn Shander as well. And I think there was one in East Haven again a bit before that sometime. But you know, I mean, like, I just tell people be careful. You know, just be careful of people with ice weapons. That was what I said.
They're all being killed, so
Yeah.
10 towns can win best shitty northern town selection.
Okay, very well. That was very helpful. Thank you. Anyway, gonna go speak to the speaker now. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Also, a quick question, young lad.
Yeah,
let's go
We have a blacksmith. I'm
Cover my
looking
ears.
for a weapon.
a blacksmith. Yeah, there's one
Aye.
down. If you go past me, take a right, straight on down, past the crossroads, left into the alleyways, then back through the left and right alleyways, then around the big building, then straight on through, then across the next T-junction. You'll see him on the far side.
I'll
Wait,
do
ain't
my-
that just like down the road and left?
Right, but yes.
Are you paid to like give elaborate directions to places?
Now those are the way I go. They're faster. Because if you go down the road and then turn, you're not going direct. You're going, you know. But I'm saying just go straight. Like as the
Oh,
crow
it's a
flies.
shortcut. All right.
Well, you don't waste your time out here. Cold enough out here. Believe me, I'd stand on this post about 8 hours a day. I'm nearly done my shift. Are you? Can I got a few more things to say, and then I can get to go home for my tea.
Right, you carry on. I'll let you know how far away we can hear you from. All right, you
All right.
crack on, and we're gonna go
Will do.
talk to the speaker.
Is he actually like selling newspaper, or is he just like shouting out news and
he's a
stuff?
town crier, so he yells news.
Okay, it's just
So obviously
okay,
people come and
so-
tell him things, and then he yells them, and then people walking by hear the news, and then that's how news gets around.
Wow.
As you guys
Okay.
kind of walk away, you kind of
As
hear
we,
like
go
tippling up the night.
as we go to leave, Malice will reach out and grab him by the wrist, and then just cast resistance and give him resistance to cold.
Fair enough. I'm being attacked. Wait, never mind. This seems fine. This feels weird. You do something to me?
Suddenly it's not so
Yes.
cold anymore.
What do you do to me?
La-
Am I dead?
Last time I
Not yet.
checked, touching children was an offense in most towns.
Okay. Current news of the day, I might be dead. And also, the gem mine is still overrun with monsters again. If anyone would like to clear it out, any brave miners perhaps who aren't wussies and would like to clear it, as you kind of like go in the corner, the voice eventually trickles away in the wind.
If that boy had been born in Drow society, he would have been killed very quickly.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to him and say, like, okay, now, what did you say?
You go back around the corner.
Oh fuck! Just before I leave, I got to him and was like, hey, anyway, what did you say your name was again? Sorry.
My name?
Yes.
It's Willip.
Willip. Okay,
Willip,
Willip.
yeah.
I'm gonna do a deal with you, my friend. I give you a nice shiny gold coin if you stop announcing this job in the mines. Okay? Because between me and you, we don't really win the competition. So you have a whole shiny gold coin, and you stop
Make
saying
me a
that
persuasion
out loud.
check with advantage.
Okie dokie. Persuasion advantage. Yo. 21.
Yeah, I can do that. No worries at all. Takes it. As soon as
Cool.
you start
And
walking
also-
away, like, you get stuck around the corner, you just hear, the gem mines are being handled by professional contractors. No one need not inquire. Very
Well-
brave adventurers descendant of Drittsturden are dealing with the problem.
Okay, and then before he leaves, I'm gonna say, and with that, if you hear of any of the jobs around here that's offering some extra coin, feel free to come and let me know.
Anything comes to
you
me.
might-
Where are you staying?
I might be able to make it worth it while, but it has to be some good jobs.
Okay, are you gonna come
My-
back? Like on a regular
No,
basis?
you need to come and find me. You know,
Where the fuck am I gonna... This is huge. There's like
Don't
600
worry.
people in this
Listen,
town.
once I find a place where I'm staying, I'll probably let you know.
Okay, that would be
But
advisable
most
because
like-
there are 600 people living in this town.
Most likely I'll be in the tavern, but if I walk by, I'll let you know where I'm gonna be.
The tavern or the inn?
The inn.
Yeah,
Where's
the
the
inn's-
inn actually?
The inn's on the east side of town. It's if you head towards the gem mine, the last road on the right before you turn right is the second building on down there on your left. So after you turn right, the second on the left.
Fair enough. I most likely will be there anyway. If not, well, you're probably gonna see me around anyway.
Not a worry.
sure of
And
it.
I'll just call you Dragon Man.
My name is Bahagor, son.
Bahagor. Good to know.
Just call him Dragon Man. You'll remember that easier.
Probably. Right, well, definitely I'll make sure. Thank you for the gold bribe, sir. I'll make sure to not advertise. Yeah, I'll be sure to not advertise the job.
Yes. Just say anything. That's it.
I'm sorry.
Please,
I'm
thank
paid
you.
to say what people tell me, sir.
I'm paying not to say something. So
That's entirely not my profession. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this.
okay. Well, anyway, I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
That's so annoying, bro. Fuck you know, jeez. I'll go back to the party. Like, this guy is so annoying. My goodness.
I mean, he's a child.
It's not
Children
too
are
late
annoying,
to
you
kill
know?
him. We could go
No,
back right
we don't
now.
have to kill anyone. But
I know we don't have to. Anyway, all right. Back the way we came. Turn left. Turn right. Straight ahead at the crossroads. Straight ahead at the crossroads, and then it's on our
I
left.
mean,
Come
you
on.
wouldn't even make good rations, to be fair.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah, you follow
About
the
it.
directions, and they
Yeah.
take you like a windy route, kind of off the main roads, like in between houses and things like that. But after about maybe 5 minutes or so walking down the roads, you eventually find yourselves outside a big dockside tavern, the Blue Clam, on the west side of town, on the northwest side of town. There is a couple of benches on the outside here, which have like got no one really sat on them, and there's a big wooden door that leads inside, and you can hear and even see through the windows the warm dancing of a hearth, crackling fire in there. Yeah, you're kind of peering in, you probably see it's a little bit of hustle and bustle, especially this time of day. You kind of arrived as like the working day kind of ends for people, so the tavern's definitely a bit busier at the moment.
Alright, so we are looking for us. We should have asked how he looks, to be honest.
Maybe just ask him around.
Fair enough.
I'm not honest. I'll say, I'll go over to.
You approach the door. You're currently outside.
Just outside now. Okay, we'll do a knock.
As you kind of go, you go to knock on a public house door.
Just go in.
You're just going in? Oh, okay. No, I thought it was like someone's
We're
house.
not
Sorry.
vampires.
As you like knock and even go to the door kind of opens as if someone's coming out at the same time, and you see two people quite bundled up, and they're talking to each other. And as they kind of like look up and kind of clock you, they kind of look you up and down, and goes like, oh. "Well, bloody hell, you seem to be quite entirely too prepared for trouble. I do say so myself. Are you here about the mine?"
Yes, indeed we are.
There you go. Come on in then. Come on in then. Come on quickly. I was about to head on my way, so come on in.
Alright.
Fair enough.
You kind of like led over by
fellas,
this individual, and as he steps back from the door,
Is there somewhere to put our dogs? Because they're gonna get cold out there.
kind of like looks past you, see, clocks the dogs, and turns and goes like, Vernon, we got dogs here. What are you doing with the dogs? You can't bring them in, but you can leave them outside. Just tie them on the hitching post. It'll be fine.
I mean, the
They're
dogs are going
snow
to be...
dogs, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, they are snow
They love
dogs,
it
yes.
fucking out there. You give them 45 minutes and be covered in snow. Love it.
I mean, what I'm going to say is the dogs are a little bit tired from the journey. We've just been walking for hours and hours. I mean, they would really appreciate to be inside here with us, you know, in the warmth. In your way, you can do a little bit of inspection for the dogs.
What are the dogs doing at the moment?
Yeah.
Are they quite happy just
They
chilling in
seem
the
to be
snow?
fairly unbothered by the snow. You
Yeah,
imagine
really?
if they were
Yeah.
out like
I think they're
probably
gonna
need,
be
like,
all
a
right.
stable or something to stay overnight, but at least for the
They're
short
gonna need
term.
an overnight
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Okay,
not
it's
like
fine.
they're one of
I'll
those
leave it in.
like tiny dogs where you may as well get a cat. You know, they're like the pugs or the little chihuahuas or something.
Those are not dogs. Those are rats that look like dogs.
I thought you started speaking in tongues there, to be honest. I didn't understand half of that.
Or it's just mastiffs, isn't it? All dogs are mastiffs unless they're wolves.
There's only mastiffs in this universe, and that's the only
There's
dog they have.
only one kind of dog.
Down in the Underdog, we have Cavikanen. They're kind of dogs.
The what?
If they're not mastiffs, they're not dogs. In the end.
Well,
Cafe Cannon.
they're kind of bats also. Cavikanen.
So they're not dogs.
That's
Alright, dogs don't have wings.
I was about to say
Neither
dogs
do
with wings
Cavikanen.
that look like rats? Is that what it is? Is that what they are?
Dogs don't sleep upside down hanging from something.
No, they're
maybe
just
let's
bat-like in their faces.
Oh,
maybe let's not leave
Maybe.
the speaker waiting. I think he already had it.
oh yeah. Mister, are you Ors?
Sorry,
You're
speaking Alright.
to my accomplice there. No, I'm ours.
The horse guy.
Alright.
You see, you gotta look at him now.
yeah.
Both him and the bartender here are both half orcs. Both big tusks, like grey, greenish skin. Oris has just like pulled his hood back down and taken his scarf off. He's like got quite like a weather-worn face.
Taller than the last speaker.
He probably is only at about his like early 30s. He's not like super. He's not like wizened at all. But he's a real gruff kind of like a voice about him.
Alright, so let's head inside, have a chat.
Alright.
And
Come
then you
in,
kinda
just
come
like
inside, you see
shitting my
there's,
boots with snow.
there's lots of big long benches here in the middle, with like long hearths as well, kind of to run the center of the place, and people are like warming their feet on the against the fire as well while they are like filling their bellies. And they think that the smell of like chowder like fills the air, that like really fishy kind of like soup. There's scrimshaw all over the walls, hanging on the walls as well. And yeah, at the minute the hearths are also roasting lots of like today's catch, and even a few looks like there's a few hares as well that are currently being spit roasted on the actual the hearths themselves. Some of the patrons turn them slowly.
Sorry.
You heard.
Where you put a stick through a dead thing and then you heat it in a rotisserie motion. But yeah, if you kind of like follow the speaker, he kind of like sits down like on like a corner little table, kind of like overlooking the area. And he goes like, "Well, maybe you hear about the mine then? I assume you're just looking the way you're kind of all, you know, you're clearly not fishermen, maybe hunters."
Yeah, we are
Something along those lines. Yes, we are here about your little issue in the mines. Maybe we can be of assistance.
I hope so. I'll kind of give you a little rough of what we're doing. Basically, a group of kobolds have crept in to the mine about a few days ago. We believe they came in from the surface and forced the miners to abandon their jobs. No one was killed or anything, but obviously, you know, they're too dangerous for the miners to deal with themselves. A few days before the kobolds turned up, though, one of my miners did go missing, which did lead some of the workers to draw a conclusion that maybe a monster had crawled up from the Underdark as well. They were a bit nervous as well. I don't put much credit to that. I think it's much more likely he fell down the central shaft, you see. It's deep enough that his body probably would never be found.
How about... Okay, so you got problem with the kobolds coming in and scared it away, and one of your workers potentially either dead or kidnapped by the kobolds, correct?
Indeed, yeah.
Okay. All right, and
But the kobolds
do you know...
came after they went missing, so I think it's more
so
likely
they
he just fell. Everyone spread a rumor that some horrible monster come up, and then a couple of days later the kobolds arrived. They're separate incidents, but they're worth noting.
Do you think, even though they're separate incidents, do you think they're related somehow?
I would say not. But the man went missing, and 3 days later a load of kobolds showed up and told everyone to fucking leave. So it doesn't really strike me as the people who, unless the kobolds were already there and then left and then came back, which seems weird.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
fair
at
enough.
least if
And
there
this
is a monster there, it's probably well fed on kobolds right now.
And very much well rested for us. So we want to head there now, or do we want to rest up a bit?
It is dark at the minute, but it'll be no more dark than in the mine. The moon will be up in about another, I'd say, couple hours or so as well, so you have at least some way to light your way. It is about half an hour's trek from here to the mine.
Also, we've got to remember we're going to need to like rest at some point soon. It's been a pretty long day for us.
We probably don't want to be resting in the mines.
No,
absolutely not.
Can we stay then? Like, do they rent rooms?
Not here. The Clams, the tavern, the east side inn. You can get a room on there. On the far side, it's actually near the road to the gem mine as well, on the east side of town. So it'll be handy for you if you're setting off first thing.
All right, sure.
For your dogs as well, I believe. If you ask the Marta, she runs it. If you ask Marta to basically help put them up, she's got a little small outhouse stable kind of situation on the east side of the house. So you should really put them in there. I'd say they should be fine.
Very well.
With the mine situation, I just wanted to know, obviously, you're offering 50 gold for us to get rid of the kobolds, the monsters, whatever is terrorizing your mines. However, do you think there could be a little bit of an extra bonus if we do find out what happened to your worker? Either, you know, if something happened to him who is dead, we can bring his body back, or if he's being kidnapped or hold hostage at some point, maybe we can save him.
If he's fallen down the main shaft, if you want to go get his body back, I'll definitely pay you for it. But that shaft goes all the way deep down. Deep down.
How deep?
To the Underdark deep. 2 miles.
Oh.
I suppose if he did fall, there wouldn't be much body left at that point. We'd be needing a mop and bucket to get it back.
I'd say so.
Absolutely.
But if you do find the body somewhere else, by all means, bring it back. At least help me remove any fear from the men of this monster they've made up.
Fair enough.
I can probably pay you a little bit extra, a little bonus. Maybe another 10 gold or something. I've not got much in the coffers after that. But right now, the most important thing is whatever happened to him is not keeping the mine closed. These kobolds are, and that's what I need to solve.
Fair enough.
Very well.
I mean,
And
I've
do
got.
you want them moved along, killed, not fussy?
I don't care. Just make sure they don't come back. Scare
Don't
them
worry,
off.
I mean-
Pay them off. I don't care.
I mean, it's kobolds, right? Even if we kill them off, there'll be more popping up somewhere else. They get everywhere. Be all
Perhaps
right.
perhaps I can speak to them. You know, a draconic fellow to another draconic fellow, and then maybe I can possibly reason with them and get them to go away and never come back. Who knows? Hey.
If you're
Maybe you
looking
could
to make some
sell
money when you're
all the
there, if you
kobolds.
mine, if you take a pick, you could maybe get some mining doing and get some gems. So, I mean, I can at least get the Miners Guild to get them bought off you. You know, they could probably use them after a bit of a lull in the workforce.
That's
Maybe if we get bored, but
It would
Well,
take you
I'll
some
bring
time,
it
you know,
down
to mine.
I will bring a pickaxe with me, just in case. Who knows?
You never know.
Never know.
They had it down their
Hey,
tools in
maybe-
a hurry. There might be something half unburied on there. Otherwise, it might be digging around looking.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, well, we're gonna get together, then we'll make our way there first thing in the morning.
Hey. Good luck to you. I'll probably be here tomorrow whenever you're done. If you're successful, you can come find me. I'll get that reward. I'll sort it for you. Just bring me any kind of proof it's done. Otherwise, I just need to go check myself, which could take a bit longer.
No worries, we're sure that's done.
Alright. And also, do you know where the town blacksmith would be? Because I got directions from the town screamer, but he was very much how to put it, not too wise in his manner of directions.
Right. Basically, fastest way to get there, or the easiest way, go back up to where Willip would have been on the main road. Go along there until you see the house with the little courtyard in the front. Go down the road opposite that house, and you'll see it on the left-hand side.
Hi, thanks. Splendid. Yike. So, we'll head out, or we want to grab a drink here and warm up.
I think those skewers over there, they smell quite nice. I think I'm gonna go grab a couple of those.
why don't we get a room secured for the night, just in case they run out, get the dogs okay, and then we can have a drink.
And we can have a drink at the inn, because inns usually have drinks, I believe.
Be weird if they didn't.
I don't usually stay in them, I usually camp outside, but a nice change.
Right there, Bahagar, are you about to use your breath weapon or something?
Yeah, sorry.
Do you
Keep that jaw limber.
do you use your breath weapon on accident when you snore?
Oh, it happens sometimes in my sleep. You might see a little bit of a breeze, like a
Yeah,
very cold breeze. And
Except it's from the other end.
oh, yeah, that as well. There's a lot of big ice cubes coming up from there.
Poison breath.
More like shardy breath,
Sharty breath.
Shard. I think shards. Shardy,
Malice, when it
I'm
comes
pretty sure he sharts.
if it
Anyway.
comes to sharing rooms, care to share with me?
Absolutely.
Splendid.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'll share with the dogs.
And you said that they make some food here, right?
Yeah, they've got lots of fishes and
Spit roast
lots of spit
rabbits.
roast hare at the minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around try to mingle with some of the common folks, and then I'll try to grab maybe a couple of skewers of food, whatever they're cooking. Hey, do you mind if I take a seat next to you here? And they start to chit chat with them.
Well, while he's doing that, should we go do the rooms?
Alright then.
Bahagor, we'll meet you at the inn, alright?
No worries, I'm gonna hang around here. This folks seems to be pretty nice, very welcoming people.
Yeah.
I mean, they've literally not said a word yet, but good luck. Give him a little slap on the back of his leg, probably. And head out to the dogs.
As like you kind of join the table, it's like,
he is
Carver
getting
Levy,
along well with him.
you're
He's
a
not
big
even asked for
bugger,
food
aren't
yet.
You're a fucking big boy, look at that. You're fucking dude,
Yeah.
those muscles.
Yeah, sugar, look at the size of that.
Okay, now you're massive. And they like laugh a little bit. You kind of like realize very quickly,
It'll
like
be all right.
eventually, Vernon comes around, the owner and chef, and you see he like checks like one of the like things, like one of the hairs, like pricks it with his like tongue. It's like, all right, one's ready. So anyone want a hair? Call it 2 silver. 1 hair, anybody? You just pass it around. Like the people, I don't take it, Vernon. I give you money and pass it over, change it over. Any drinks on anyone? Oh, any ales or anything? Oh, I have these for you, Vernon. See, he kind of seems running completely on his own and doesn't have any staff. He's just like making it work somehow. Me and the everyone kind of
multi-service.
self-helping themselves a little bit, yeah, on the food front, and he's kind of just like changing the prices as per what they've had. So they're like, oh, I'm gonna drink Vernon, because they're like, and you've been having a good bit of that knucklehead trout, so give me an extra 2 silver to make up for that as well. Oh, you got me, Vernon. Like passing over. As like you kind of like all the rest of you will head out, leaving.
I thought you were gonna say it's like one of those sushi places, like he's counting your sticks.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But yeah, so as you all step out of the Blue Clam, apart from Bahadur, you basically follow directions. You head towards the east side inn on the east side of town.
Could Scratch stop by the blacksmith as they walk?
Yeah, easily enough. You kind of travel along, following the directions given to you as well, and you basically come across the forge. Looks like the individual there is currently in the process of shutting down for the day. The forge, you see the embers are still burning, but the bellows are no longer being pumped. They're just kind of being let to, trickle down for the day.
Aye, blacksmith, come on. Can I still quickly buy something from you?
See, a human woman kind of turns around. She's like got like black kind of all over her hands and a little bit of her face. We rubbed her forehead. Hey, goodbye. What are you looking for exactly, darling?
A longsword, a match.
I got a couple of those. Hey, just standard steel, just.
Standard steel, though. If you have like different versions of handles and pommels, if I could choose some, I would be grateful.
Got a small little selection here, eh? Here, let me show you. And she kind of like shows you. There's like a standardized one, which is kind of the more traditional, kind of like oval grip. It's that straight, kind of like a cross, kind of curved. There's a rectangular grip, which goes kind of straight through it. There's that kind of like curved oval grip of Riser, kind of similar to like Aragorn's sword, like the Lord of the Rings. Mainly, a lot of they're just very simple guards there for them, like the actual like grips themselves.
Cool. She will take the cross one.
Yep.
Cool. She picks it up, swings it around, proficient clearly in it as she does a few strikes. All right, I'll take this one. How much?
For that there, just call it, just call it 15 gold there. That should more than cover it.
Hi, thanks. Here you go. And she would give her 15 gold.
It takes 15 gold. Gives you the longsword. She also gives you a little small rag, which has been soaked in oil. And she was like, I've no scabbards at all, but just to keep it good, just keep it oiled. That should hopefully keep the coals and the wet off it for as long as you can. I recommend pop it down to one of the leatherworking shops or general shops they got any spare, but just to keep it keen.
Hi. Great, thank you. Need help with anything closing shop? I can lift heavy things, so if you need, some big things moved, I can.
I mean, the only thing I need moved right now is, it's nothing too big. It's a few buckets of water, just a few little bits of meat to finish up. Don't you worry about it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you again, and have a good evening.
You too. Take it easy. Keep warm.
And the party sees a very, even from under the mask, a very content-looking Scratch as just walks up to the party with a new longsword.
Yeah. And probably the blacksmith is the first person you've seen who wasn't bundled up. Like she was short sleeve, short sleeves, pretty, just wear an apron, a t-shirt and things like that. Not heavy layers and bundles. You don't even lean over that fucking stove all day.
All right, that's sorted. We can head out.
Yeah, and then following the direction on the east side, you eventually come across from the outside, it looks like separate houses, like all just like in a little line together. But as you kind of like step inside the door labeled the east side, you discover very quickly that there are rooms connected by underground passages here, and also cozy guest accommodations in the cellar itself. There's a little reception desk, kind of you come in the main area, and there's a little bell that says "Ring for attention," and it seems to be unmanned at the moment. You hear very faintly from upstairs a beautiful song being sung, which now I'm going to rendition for you because that's what the book tells me to do. So I beg you all forgiveness. But you hear, ahead of winter's when she came, the lovely woman with no name, draped in a four-lined cloak of red. To the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same, as sure as night she's dead. And that's when we go again, ahead of winter's when she came. And she just seems to go round and round in this loop of this song that goes fast and slow and fast again.
Oh.
You hear it kind of echoing from upstairs somewhere up in a distant room, probably.
I think I had that one once in the tavern. Good for dancing polka, or the jumping dance. That one.
Take your word for it.
Anywho, and she'll probably just ring the bell.
Ding! Kind of hear the singing stops, and then you eventually hear like a, all right, well, get 2 minutes. Then you hear the sound of a door closing, foot shuffling along a carpet, and eventually the sound of squeaking wood on the stairs as someone comes around the corner, and you see a young, she probably is no older than 17 years old, kind of comes down, real willowy, like teenage girl, human. She kind of gives you like a little warm smile. She's got like long, like black hair that kind of falls about just to her shoulders, and she wears kind of like not the finest of clothing by any means, but practical. And she goes like, "Oh, hello there, everyone. You looking for a room, are you? How's it going? You travel safe, okay? Come far, or?"
Yeah, but only from the next town over, Lonelywood,
what town?
today.
Did you come up from Targos or Lonelywood?
Lonelywood.
Ah, nice. No, I've not been there in some time. Nice little spot though. Love the forest there. Nice. No, not too bad. Did you travel on foot, aye?
No, we got 2 dogs and we got a sled. We sort of, we figured we got like further ahead of us, so we'd invest in a bit of, easier travel.
That's a good shout. Do you need somewhere to keep the dogs as well? Are you staying the night? We're just assuming we'd come here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this the place where we say fish iron and get 2 for 1?
Oh, it isn't. I knew that this kind of pay off. Keep you getting away from the other places.
He was ever so eager shouting that.
Good.
I mean, I don't think he knew how to do it quieter, but he did a good job. He got his ear, didn't he? So
Indeed. Well, that's good.
yeah, somewhere for the dogs would be pretty good. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of us as well.
Right, not bad. So it is about a gold a night for a room. A room does have twin beds. So I can do you 2 rooms for gold, and the dogs, I can put the dogs up in the I've got a little kind of covered area at the back that I can do it for free, as long as you got food and stuff for them and rope to keep them all together. That's no problem.
Yep.
Alright, so 2 rooms for a gold, sure.
Yep, perfect.
How do we split this?
I'll just pay this one, all right?
Okay. I was thinking about going to the tavern to try and get somebody arm wrestling. It's pretty fun.
Right, I'll pay that, and then I'll go halvesies on whatever profit you can get from arm wrestling.
Oh, sure. You can be my call out. Getting people interested.
I'm probably better picking out the people that are going to be doing a lot more talk than they are going to be wrenching.
Oh, sure. You can do that.
I'm not much of a talkative person, but anyway, thank you for the rooms and for looking after our dogs.
So she makes a little note on a quill, a little book, and she's like, so just to see as well, dogs here, 2. How many dogs? There's 2 dogs. She makes me note.
2
and
dogs.
A sled as well. Yeah, she makes me note of that. can I take a name as well, just in case, you know, someone comes to leave a message for you or anything like that, just so I know who is it for? Or...
Bodger.
Bodger, got it. And yeah, so you're going to be in rooms...
Or possibly say, maybe put next to it, Dragon Man.
Dragon Man
because,
as well, okay.
Just in case we get more jobs from the little yeller.
She looks
That's
a bit confused.
The fourth one.
You see, that would make more sense. I thought one of you was going to be some kind of crazy, you know, like, could breathe fire or something, like, you know, like a circus performer.
He breathes ice. No, he's back at the Blue Clam making friends of being a grinagog over in the corners.
Ah, right. No, yeah, I understand.
You know
I
what
understand.
it's like.
My father used to be like that back when he could still walk around. No, don't worry. Let's see here. So that's all good. And just the one night, is it? Or do you want to pay for a couple in advance, or just the one?
Let's just say one for now.
One for now.
We might need the one because we're open to sort out your, you know, gem mine issue. So we might need to rest after that. So if you could maybe put a hold on the rooms as a favour, it was, you know, just in case we're back. Because in fact, no, let's pay for 2 nights because we're going to want to rest after that.
I was going to say that I need the room back for 11 tomorrow just so I can clean it and make sure it's all ready for if anyone else did want to rent it. But I would always have more rooms available if you did want to buy another one. But if you want to just leave stuff there and then I can just get the room turned as normal whenever you're out.
Budget's just going to give her an extra code. Like, it'd be easier that way. 2 nights would be all right.
2 nights, lovely. Get that all set up for you. If you want to even just leave things like your feed to the dogs, things like that in the rooms. Whenever I turn your rooms down for the day, I can get them fed and watered and things like that. Keep an eye on them for you. That's no problem.
I appreciate that.
And let's see here. So that's all good. Perfect. And that's all more or less it for me. The keys I just keep here on the desk. So just whenever you come back, just give a ring in the bell and get your keys sorted. Just leave them before you go out again. It just saves them getting lost. You know, some people don't come back with them. They go off to the next town, forget about them. Not going to get a new key card. It's a bit of a nightmare. So just, you know, when you actually come and go, just drop the wee key and leave it on the desk if I'm not here. And if you needed it back again, it'll be everywhere you left it, or just ding the bell. I'll not be far. I'll be upstairs with my dad, or I'll be by here. So,
right, appreciate it. In character, Bodger is very distrustful of people who keep like offering something for nothing, like basically helpful, kind people. Can he do an insight check just to see if this person seems? Because the nicer she is, the less he trusts.
I'll just roll.
Yeah, 16.
Nice to keep it interesting. She seems really trustworthy. Just seems really nice. She's like a young girl, like eager to please. Like, probably, I mean, looking like her, she's probably had a fairly, you know, like she probably hasn't come from much besides this. Is definitely probably like maybe like she probably didn't build this herself. She's way too young to have like done this. Probably is like she's mentioned her dad a few times. Probably her dad's business. Maybe she's like looking after for him. She even made reference about her dad's well-being at points. So you think maybe it's someone who's kind of been thrust into, you know, importance. Maybe a bit younger than would be traditional.
Cool.
But she just seems really eager to do well and just seems like a nice person, and it's maybe a bit of a rarity, especially in these parts.
Well, let's go get ourselves set up. So, you're gonna be with Bahagor, and I'll be with Malice.
Yeah. All right then.
Splendid.
She kind of gives you your keys over, and then she leads you into your rooms. She takes you to them. Your rooms are all underground in the actual like cellar. They are like they're fairly nice. They don't have external windows, but it means that they're warm, so they keep the heat well. They do all have like a very small little effectively like a aga style like oven, basically. So it's not like a big fire pit, but more like, you know, there's a little place you can tend a fire. There's a chimney must go up, probably pokes out the ground somewhere like above you, or maybe goes up and connects to the main chimney itself of the actual building properly, and maybe shares that chimney stack. But yeah, it's not like an open fire, but it's enough you could cook food if you wanted to, but it also just gives a radiant heat from its like metal frame.
Well,
there's fresh logs there for the oven as well. Just keep that topped up for yourself. Like I say, when I turn the room, I'll make sure you got more of them, and I'll just keep wee eye, make sure the fire doesn't go out for you. If it does, for any reason, I've got tinder boxes and you know, I've got like scrap paper and smaller sticks as well. If you do need a bit of hand, just give us a wee bell. But give the wee bell a ring, and I'll not be far.
Well, thank you.
washing facilities as well. They're communal, just down at the end of the corridor. You'll find a little washroom on the left. Towels and all on the beds there for you. Again, if you need more, let me know what I can get some for you.
We'll be sure to. Yeah.
And if you
right.
want hot water, you will need to set it in front of the fire in there just to get it warm, obviously.
Listen, how about if we want anything, we'll just let you know and you can help us out
exactly.
then.
Just let me know anything at all to help.
All right.
More than happy.
Yep, alright.
Have a lovely stay.
See ya.
And then as she
We
goes
will do
off, she
it.
starts humming at first, and then as soon as she kind of goes out around the corner, you kind of hear distantly that same chorus kind of echoing like ahead of winter's when she came, just as she kind of goes off.
Bodger turns to the two and be like, fucking hell, she was a bit much, wasn't she?
I mean,
Laying it on
hospitality is a
thick.
rare gift in these parts. I take it when I
Wonder
get
if she
it.
plays the lute.
We can ask her.
Should have asked her.
You ring the
You
bell.
can't.
I do not ring the bell.
I'm sure you'll meet her before we head out, so we can, check. You play the lyre,
I don't play anything.
or the lute. Sorry. Oh,
I've
Well,
been trying
let's
to
go-
learn. It's difficult.
well, it's still admirable, and music is very much worth it in the cold winter nights around the campfire. So keep at it. Well, Zlovius, Malice, do you prefer left or right side of the room for your bed?
It doesn't matter. I don't really lay down.
Stand
Fair enough.
in the corner.
I'll take the right side then, and she just would go and set up her things and.
Kind of nice to get the backpack off your shoulders, especially after a couple hours of travel. Nice to kind of like get that load off your shoulders again. Just something that maybe D&D characters don't really think about too much is how good it can feel to actually leave stuff somewhere and rest.
Right? Especially after owning a tavern.
I carry 200 pounds of gear with me everywhere I go. Full plate armor as well.
Even when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I never take off the
Thin
armor.
plate mail.
I wonder which player from Eleanor this is referencing.
Most of them, ironically.
Yeah.
Well, that was quick. So, wanna head down to the tavern, armrest a bit?
You mean up?
Head up to the tavern. Oh, yeah. Head up to the tavern.
We're in the cellar.
I know. Sorry,
Alright,
I didn't make the joke.
go on then, let's go.
All right. So I'll be the muscle, and you'll be picking out the competitors.
Yarp.
Yeah. Do you think we can try and go to them? Yeah, that would be good. Are you?
I mean, I can try and wind them up a little bit, but I don't know. I'm probably best just sitting next to you, whispering things in your ear about people's weaknesses and stuff.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do that. I'll just sit there. Maybe I can get a sign up. Scribble.
Yeah, maybe. Scratch out a sign.
Wow. Malice, are you coming along?
Yeah, of course.
Ah, so great. I wonder if Bahagor is still there.
Cut to the tavern,
He's there,
Pissed.
Drinking and.
how much,
by the way,
much are you eating and drinking?
fun fact: Bahagor, everybody's kind of he doesn't drink,
Okay.
but what he does like is he likes milk
Sure.
because Dragonborns they don't drink milk. They're not mammals, so he's like, oh, I like the taste of this. He's like, fucking drink a lot of fucking
Gonna
milk and
shit himself later.
yeah. That's a problem. Instead of drunk, he's gonna shit himself.
Okay.
Like eating
So
those fucking
you-
skewers, like, I'm talking to everyone. I
So
don't
you
know.
ask Vernon to bring you a pint of milk as your first round. And he looks at you a bit strangely and goes like,
He's
Here's a pint of milk.
Foster's guy.
I'll see what I can do. And he goes
There is
away.
nothing better than if you have goat milk. That's even better.
I certainly don't have cow milk. I'll see what I can find. And he always comes out with, yeah, it's a bit of a funky milk, but it's definitely milk.
Oh, wow! I smell it. What does it smell like?
It
Does it smell
smells like slightly aged milk. It's
Well,
not like super fresh.
Are you sure this is okay? I mean,
I'm
it
not
doesn't
gonna lie,
smell.
I don't normally get much of a breakfast rush for the old oatmeal, so you know, the milk it's been sat outside in the cold, so it should be fine. I defrosted it there in the oven.
Can I do a survival check to see if this milk is okay to fucking drink?
Yeah, you can. I figured paying for last week's deliveries, so you know it's probably only sat outside for 7 days. It was frozen.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, 13.
13.
Just
It's probably like if you added it to tea, it would probably, you know, give the lovely little white flecks through it. It's probably like just on the turn.
Okay,
Maybe it's only the fact that it was probably heated up quite rapidly from frozen in like a pot.
do you know what? I thank you very much for hospitality, but I think I'm gonna have to pass on the milk here. You know, but thank you. You know what? Those cures there, those whatever that is, it tastes lovely.
You're a loss. I'll make a nice buttermilk deer with it then.
Really?
Mm.
Very nice. I mean, plus there's some really nice fellas in here as well, especially the guy there with the one eye there. He's got some really good jokes there.
Yeah. You ever hear the one about the cleric of Mistra and her young apprentice?
Oh, what? Please tell me more.
So they went on a journey on a carriage ride, right? And they were going to a Mistra convention in Ravenloft in Barovia, you see. And they were going there. And the young one, she's scared. You see, she's scared, and she keeps saying to the older cleric, she goes like, "Oh, head priestess of Mistra, I'm so. What happens if we see it undead? What do we do if we see it undead? You know, that's what she would say to her." And the older sister said, "If you see it undead, don't worry. You know, you're a cleric of Mistra. Just show her your holy symbol. Just, you know, show her that cross shape of Mistra that we have. You know, show her that cross you have to show her that." And then they go down, and they're going along the road, the high road of Barovia, and a vampire jumps out in front of them, and
no.
says,
Really?
"Remember what I told
God.
you? Show your holy symbol. Show your cross. Show your
And
cross."
what happened?
And the young one, she jumps out the wagon, she holds the holy symbol high, and she goes like, "Fuck off, you ugly bastard!"
And what happenned? Did it work? Did it work?
Cross. The vampire is scared, obviously.
Oh, do you know what? I'm not so much of a religious person, but I didn't know these things actually work. I thought it was just a myth, you know, sort of.
That went right over his head, didn't it, lads?
How about this thing about people eating garlic and stuff? Does that actually keep them away, or is it like just
I'm not a vampire hunter, Sonny.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
fisherman. I lost the eye to a hook, you see. I cast it back and just plopped it clean out. Made great bait.
Oh, that looks nasty. That must be very painful, eh?
Hurts
It
like
must
a
be a big
bitch.
catch as well. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sure, man. Thank God he only got two. He got 2 eyes.
Yeah, that's why I only cast off on the left.
Oh, God. I can only imagine this guy, like a short little chubby guy, fucking a little beastie tooth here, beard full of fucking beard stuff, and
Yeah, they all have a bit too much to drink. All like the fishermen, all like the you know, in this scrim shanders here as well. Everyone in pretty good form. Everyone eating and drinking. You've probably racked up, I'm going to say, about, let's call it 6 silver pieces worth of like meat consumed, I would imagine.
yeah, yeah.
Because you're quite a big guy and you do enjoy good feed. But you can, because you've partaken in the Blue Clam's like full range and immersive locals, you will gain 1 heroic inspiration. As you have, you know, you've kind of immersed yourself in the community, you've kind of like felt warmed by like, you know, people around you and things like that. You feel, you know, a bit more. Your
very friendly
soul feels more warmed as a result.
I also gonna see with my chats with this fisherman. I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna ask him. You see, on the way to this town, we pass this very big lake, and I don't know. There's usually big lakes, big things lurk in it. Have you got stories about, you know, something that lives in that lake there, or is it just like a normal lake that nothing happens?
You mean Merdul Dawn?
Your mum what?
Merdul Dawn, the lake.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one there. Yeah, exactly.
Merdul Dawn generally is quite nothing too strange or startling. At least not on this side of the lake. That would be what I would say. But on the far side, Bremen, I used to live there a while ago. But I remember there was this monster, this lake monster on Merdul Dawn. But it does. I've not seen. I came this far east. I've not seen it this far east. Maybe the water's too shallow for it.
Wait, did you actually see yourself? Like,
I saw her.
Oh.
Big.
I want to sight this.
Black. Multiple humps. Beady white eyes. Big sharp razor-like teeth. You'd have to be near Gremlin to probably find it, I'd say.
I mean, I've heard some stories about the lake, but no one has ever given me this much description before. I mean, it must be terrifying. Even though even though like I'm giving him attention and stuff, like I still can I do any side check to see if I believe him?
Sure.
So fishermen are like,
It's got a big long neck, head like a reptile of some kind.
Oh really? Oh my God.
Scary motherfucker. Whenever I saw it, we were out there, a few of us, boats and all. I was, I hate to say it, feared of that thing.
Was anyone else of you, just you?
Oh, there was a few of us. We were all in our own individual rowboats. So when everyone else was looking, I started rowing back. But not before I grabbed their oars. Let's just say that monster didn't catch me, but I don't think they made it back to shore. At least not in one piece, anyway.
No, I was about to say, is that why you've got a wooden leg over there?
Oh, this? No, that was when I was a lumberjack up in Lonelywood. And I cut my leg off, you see. When I was cutting a tree, I swung badly, and I overswung. And the axe came all the way down and around and back on myself. It went clean through the first leg, and nearly took the second all in one swing.
Do you know what? I mean, I've got experience in chopping things up with an axe, and I mean, to cut clean just like that, almost 2 legs, I mean, it takes a lot of precision, a lot of skill.
Right through the knee joint, you see. Clean through, no bone, just pop the kneecap.
This man is not very
right
good
out.
at any of the jobs he's had.
Do you know, my friend, you sound like a very resilient person when you were younger. I'm pretty sure you would have been a pretty good soldier, I would say.
I would imagine so.
Maybe you have unfortunately you've chosen the wrong professions there, and then things didn't go in a good way for you. But my friend, it was very nice talking to you.
Thank you.
May we cross paths again.
I would hope so.
Yes.
You've made my 45th birthday very special.
Oh, it's your birthday! Oh, you did not tell me, my friend.
This man, he looks like 70. He looks like 70 years old.
I mean, I've got fucking Inside 3, so I believe everything.
Big beard.
I've got Inside 3, so I believe everything this man is saying.
Young.
Pretty thick. I was like, and then I was like, oh, but you don't look a day older. Deception.
Ah, you're making me blush. Maybe that's just the whiskey.
Yeah. Anyway, my friend, thank you so much, and then I will see you around. Let me go and meet the others. I mean, do I know the others? I think I know the others.
At this point, I'll say for brevity's sake, as you kind of go to meet the others, maybe you stand up and excuse yourself from that conversation. They kind of like come through the door roughly on that same time. But before we jump into that together, let's take a little break and we'll reconvene in about 5 minutes.
Yay! Ice cream time.
And we are back in the lovely little tavern, the Clam Tavern. You guys are all kind of entering just as Bahagor was getting ready to leave. As you kind of look up and see the rest of your group kind of all trickling in from the door again. Hopefully after securing the rooms they said they were going to go get.
Okay, so you all came back already. Did you manage to get a room for everyone?
Yeah, we set up, 2 rooms, 2 for the price of 1, and we're good for 2 days.
Oh,
So-
fantastic.
Bodger, have a look around. I'll find a good seat for our little endeavor. And Scratch would could Scratch look around for a seat in the tavern that's like conspicuous, like you're near people who might be into stuff like a good old arm wrestle. If bit.
I mean,
Most
you're gonna
people
say that-
here, like, there's not that many tables. Like, in the middle, there's these big, long, open hearths, and the things being cooked in the hearths, and the benches kind of go, like, either side of them, and people kind of sat there, they got a drink in one hand, and, like, food on a stick in the other, and, like, munching on the food and the stick, drinking, chatting, no usually put them down, but around the edge, there are a couple of tables, like, maybe, like, 4 or 5 or so, like, near in the corners and stuff like that, where you can, like, there's little round tables with a couple of smaller chairs, like, pushed up to it, like, away from the benches, so you could, like, get one of those tables, where the speaker was, there's space at, like, that table.
Or in that case, Scratch would probably get a place at the bench, so that would be a good spectacle, like to get more people in, to
Sure.
try.
To arm wrestle, you are going to need to convince people to get on their knees because there's no table to rest your arm on.
Oh shit! Oh.
You
Because
get
you can
dragged
use the
to
bench. You
portal.
can use the bench, but you'll need to like get on
Okay.
your knees. And
Go
do
on
it
your
on
knees,
the
like-
floor.
Yeah, she's small. She can use the bench.
Sure.
This 5'6" like druid fella.
I mean, are you sure you can do this? I mean, you don't look particularly the kind of, I know you're quite strong, but you're very,
Watch me.
small.
We'll see. It's been a bit, so I may be out of practice.
I mean, if we look for a challenge there, I was on the table there talking to the sailors, and one of the guys there looked pretty big. Maybe
Oh,
we can go and have a challenge him, see if he wants to,
sure. Actually, yeah. Introduce us.
Oh, sure. I'll take over. The guy's actually quite nice. We had a long chat about, this based in the lake and those adventures and how he lost his eye in the hook and stuff. It was actually, I had a good time with these guys. I have to say, they're pretty cool people.
Scratch would cast guidance on herself, like.
Sure.
Yeah. I come over, bring her up to the group. I forgot the name of the guy now. The name of the sailor I was talking to. What's his name? The old fella?
Oh yeah, the name I pulled. I don't even think I gave him a name. I don't think I named
I don't
him.
think I'm gonna ask him.
Grungo.
I'll go back and say,
Grungo is his
oh,
name.
Grumbo.
Sure.
Grumbo.
Grumbo, like Rumble Boy with a G.
Whatever you say when you speak to my character is his name.
Rank so. Blanc.
Okay, alright. Say Grumbo. Look, I've got some of my friends here with me, and one of them. Hello. I was telling them how much of nice people, how nice folks you are, and their stories and everything. And then my friend here, she's she's small, but she's like a really tough cookie. And then I saw a big friend over there, and maybe they could do a little bit of arm wrestling to see. I've told her, as I listen. Quite small, don't put all that strength yourself, but she won't take no for an answer, man.
I'm willing to put 50 silver on the line.
Oh,
Saska, challenge.
So that's a bit of a coin.
Quite a bet. I mean, you're more than welcome to ask Tasha if she's down.
Hi, Tashvar.
You look over, you see there's another like half orc there, female, like pretty big, burly looking woman. Like looks like she probably could like pick up like Rungo with one hand. She goes like,
I was saying, I'm 20 silver.
that's low money.
It is. So,
What's the catch?
no catch. I'm bored. It's been a bit since I got to do a good arm wrestle.
Just gonna look you up and down. Give me an inside check. I'm trying to hustle right now.
She got like a lot of clothes
Can
on.
I also make an insight check to see how strong this person is likely to be
Sure. Yeah.
in an arm wrestle?
If you're trying to like hustle her and make yourself look meek and like really, oh, I'm so small and so easy to beat, like that would be either performance or deception from you.
She's genuine. She just wants to arm wrestle. She has no ulterior motives.
Okay.
She's just like, hey.
A 16 inside. This individual probably has, I would say with a 16, you would know that their strength is higher than 16. Wouldn't know the exact one, but it's definitely not below 16.
I'd probably just like tap, get Scratch to laying down like, she looks pretty strong. There's a lot of tone in those muscles, you know.
Oh, well, I gotta take up my sleeve.
As long as you're doing it for the fun and you can afford to lose 50 gold after not paying for anything, not for paying for our rooms for the night, and not paying for any of the dogs. I know, but you know, it's, I built half of it. Sure, all right.
I think you said 50
I went
silver,
for
wasn't
20 in the end. I got
50 silver.
That's I went for. I changed it to 20.
Jump the dog.
You know,
Whenever he spoke to her, he said 20.
20.
Yeah.
All right, as long as you're doing it for the fun and not because of some weird desire to gamble or some, you know, self-punishing ritual that you've got, that's all right.
No self-punishing. I just like to arm wrestle. You know.
All right then.
So.
You're surprisingly thoughtful for a man.
Do what?
I'll go to Grumble. I'll go to Grumble's.
I don't want to be down to a group of 3 because she's going to end up fucking up if she's doing some weird, like, cathartic therapy shit where she gets her arm ripped off. Don't want that.
Well, if she loses an arm, I can always heal her. I can't put the arm back on, unfortunately, but one arm better than 2.
I'll drink to that. Grungo says.
What I'll do is I'll speak to Grambo. I was like, Grambo, do you know what? Let's make it a little bit more interesting.
Like 15 times.
Yeah, it's Grimbo.
Grungo,
Grimbo, like Rumble with a G. Grambo. That's like Grimbo, whatever.
Grambo, how about it? He's drunk, and every time he says his own name, it seems to change.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you this. How about we make this a little bit more friendly? I'm willing to put another 20 silver here as well on my friend here. How about you put 20 silver on your friend, and then, you know, a bit of better between me and you as well. I put 20 silver on the table. Boom.
Fish. Not sold the catch today. So give me 20 silver pieces worth of fish. That's all I can. All I can ante up. I spend all my money on drink and food. But I've got fish. I got fish out of the ship I can ante up.
How long does fish last for? I mean, if you keep it...
As long as you keep it cold and wet.
I mean, fellas, do you think you should grab some fish? You know what? We can give fish to the dogs. Yes, why not? How many fish can you give me?
20 silver for the same as what you're offering in the money front.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll do that. I'll take 20 silver worth of fishes from you.
All right, we got ourselves a bet.
There you go. Bing.
Kick my stump in agreement.
I'll sign it as well if you want.
Okay.
That man is missing an awful lot of body parts. says the one-eyed drow.
It's got a hook. It's got a hook. One eye.
He didn't have a hook before. He has a hook now. He's a double amputee with one eye.
I managed to lose a hand while we were out. You know?
While you were out, he lost his hand.
It's got 2 hooks.
No, it's funnier if he only has one hook, and it's like the opposite from the missing leg.
He's like the fucking guy from Family Guy, where just every single limb is like a peg.
He picked up a small gig as a sushi chef, you know.
Yeah, you gotta saddle up to Tasha. She like gets down on her knees as well, rolls up her sleeve, and then it locks in for the arm wrestle.
Cool.
Just make a athletics check.
I'll add guidance, and I have, due to being a human, I get a free heroic inspiration every long rest. So in case I need to reroll, I use that.
Well, you have to declare that before you roll.
What ability is it? What check is it? She's going to be doing on.
It is a athletics check.
Can I'm proficient with athletics. Can I somehow?
You cannot assist in an arm unless you grab her hand and start pushing it. Like, if that will be, unfortunately, that might be seen as cheating. It's supposed to be a test of one person's strength versus another person.
I will re-roll the
no.
natural.
So
I will re-roll the
I
natural.
will say you'll re-roll it, but you need going forward as well. You need to declare I'm rolling my heroic inspiration before you roll anything. So you can't declare it after the fact.
I did say that.
Oh yeah, I know you did. But yeah, so
Yes.
you were gonna re-roll it anyway, basically. So roll again.
Why is D&D Beyond having frame rate issues?
Feels like it.
Your
Because it
brother?
says you can expend it to re-roll any die immediately after rolling it and must use the new roll. It's the lucky feat that's changed to you must
Oh, is it
declare it
just a lucky
beforehand.
feat? Oh, cool. I thought the heroic inspiration
yeah.
could be used. Had been used
Yeah,
as well. Beforehand.
if you have heroic inspiration, you can expend it to re-roll any die immediately after rolling it and must
Nice.
use the new
I will
roll.
add it-
That's why
I'll add a
lucky got
D4
nerfed
for-
then. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll add a D4 for guidance, so that's okay.
Sweet. Perfect. Cool. I'm glad I learned that about heroic inspiration.
Uh,
Just the lucky feat changed.
so
We're all
that's
still figuring it
18
out.
total.
18, nice.
18. She does not get any advantage, but she does get a +4.
What?
Got 18 strength.
Yeah.
Strong lady. But that will not help her. 15, you slam it on the bench. It's not like easy. Like there's a little bit of back and forth, and it takes about, it probably lasts about 20, 30 seconds before it comes crashing down, because it was only like what, 4 in it. So it wasn't like you fucking like nat 20 slammed her through the fucking the seat, but it was still an admirable effort from both of you. And you did come out on top. And she was like rubs her hand and like rubs her arm and was like, fair enough. She slides over 2 gold.
Thanks. And she would she would shake her hand in appreciation. She just seems genuinely happy, just to. Okay. Up for another round? Let's hand.
I have no money left. I'm broke. So
Just for the hell of it.
sure.
The money was a bonus.
I'll arm wrestle you for the hell of it.
Sure, we can do it. We can go next.
Yep,
Scratch is having.
she'll saddle up next to you. She'll go again if you want against Tasha.
Yeah.
You rolled a 13. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll start rolling on the roll 20 from now on because D&D Beyond is just fucked for some reason. That is 13.
14.
13. 1 free.
Okay, so that's a tie. So you both start going back and forth in the same kind of way. Roll another one. Still ongoing because there's no clear victor. So you both meet in the middle. That's a 14.
I'll roll D20 plus 4.
Yeah,
That's
so
a 22.
it holds, and it holds for about the guts of a minute before you can find a surge as she just begins to weaken. You see a surge, you slam the hand down. It's rolls her arms like,
Sorry, you good?
I'm good. Just, dude, strong.
Thank you. Malice, you wanted to go?
Here.
Alright.
Grungo goes I gotta go get this fish. Get some.
Yes.
I'm fucking.
Please make it the freshest fish as well. We're a long way ahead of us. Dear Betty. Wow, 17. What the fuck is with these characters?
Well, hench.
And
Yeah.
I think you
I'm
said
like the
it
weakest.
though. Close.
I'm like the weakest fucking person in this party, my strength wise.
you're like, I'm a
no, you're
big
not.
lizard, and everyone around you is like,
So Malice,
Yeah.
you strain a little bit as you feel Scratch begin to win over, and eventually your hand just hits the bench.
Hi. Cool. Thanks. Good job. I wonder if I can get any more money out of these people. Wait, so anybody up for another bet?
No, everyone is in unison. No one's falling for that anymore. Eventually, Pringle Bongo comes back in.
Maybe not for.
Rambo.
Badger's gonna be like, maybe not for money, but I've not arm wrestled on dry land ever. Could I have a go?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Right. And he sort of tries to find a natural place for their slightly mismatched sized arms. Nat 20 for 19.
A 19
Isn't
unfortunately
good enough.
it there's a strain for his size. It's surprising how much resistance he gives you. You're still able to overcome it, but you fight at no point do you slam the hand down. You have to fight for every inch of that like arc, and he pushes you back a little bit, and you gotta fight it back down again. And it's a real back and forth until eventually it is like the knuckles kiss the bench. Like there's no slam. It's like you feel the wood. Like, well, that's fair. You know, like that, like that kind of way. It's like there's no clean defeat there.
Well, that was a great challenge. Thank you, Roger.
It's alright. I thought I'd got you then, but never mind. I don't think I'll make a habit of that though, because no. Right, thanks anyway.
Well, no, thank you. This is
Crumble's back.
A lot of fun since
Crumble.
He's not got like you're like maybe the impression like I'm gonna say he's carrying one fish, one big knucklehead trout, and it's probably about 4 foot
Oh, that's
long, head to teeth.
What is it? That's a massive fish. I mean,
So that will get you 20 silver at least. So he throws it down on the
wait, is this doing striking? What?
That's just the death throws.
Maybe we should cut that fish up, you know, before we head. We are not taking that to the.
Oh, okay, here you go then. And I throw it to you.
She catches it and she holds it without.
You're strong enough to catch it. It's heavy. It's a pretty weighty fish.
I'm sure that's gonna be able to feed the dogs and maybe us as well. That's a big. How many rations equivalent that fish?
I'm gonna say it is 8 days of rations.
Wow, that's a fucking big fish.
It's like 4 kilogram fish.
As a note, I'll put it like into the communal food bank I have on my thing.
Okay.
So Scratch will go and just take care of the fish outside because, you know, an animal carcass. Yay.
All right, I think we had enough fun here in the tavern for today. What do you think about us going back and get some rest and venturing to do this mine tomorrow morning first thing?
Sure, yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I had my fill. This was great, Zabafa. Great fun.
I haven't had fun like this in a very long time. Grubbo, thank you very much. You and your friends. I had a great time. Maybe same again soon.
Ringo, we'll see you soon.
Good. I haven't had such a good arm wrestling time since back home. It's been a few months. Oh, a month or 3, 4, been a while.
Oh,
Your family are big fans of arm wrestling?
Oh yes, it's one of their favorite things to do. They are not too keen for, you know, the art of the mind, but for the, you know, anything that goes to with strength and stuff like that, they are all for that.
Oh, well, I imagine someone coming from the nature, you'll be pretty resilient. So, not entirely surprised of your strength.
I was raised well, and fed even better.
All right, well, let's make our way back to the inn and get some rest.
Aye.
All right.
Dog fight.
They better not be. They're unsupervised.
Bad parents.
Wait about parents. We bought them earlier this morning.
Oh, we're talking about our dogs.
But don't be promoting a dog fight when we're not even at the dogs.
Oh, talking about our dogs. Yes.
That's right, we're just vamping.
Fight that dog. Fight that dog.
You guys head back to the inn, to the east side inn. You head across town.
Yeah.
Stop fighting me, you asshole. You head back to the east side inn. We're getting all live on stream. Ow. Stop fighting me, you prick. No, stop it. I'm serious. You're a big bitch.
This is why Sylvia's the favorite.
Stop it. Serious. Stop fighting me, you asshole. Be fighting properly.
That's the issue when the dog is bigger than its owner.
I'm
Hey,
the
stop-
alpha
stop
now,
it.
it's
Hey,
saying.
stop biting me.
He thinks you're part of the wrestle now.
I'm not playing. I'm
I can hear him
boring.
growling like. "Rrrr."
I'm
Yeah.
boring. I'm boring. I know I am. I'm a very boring man. Like she's proper going for me. I need to get one of those fucking like duct tape arms that the police have. Training their dogs. Wait, you guys head back to the east side. And like you head, you see you either ring the bell or you collect your keys yourself from the desk. Make your way down. On each of your like doors, there's a little small note, and it just says just note from Marta, and it just makes me note that she basically has run a bath of water, and she's left them on the fire in the washroom, so it should be warm for the evening's bath if you'd like to have a little rest. A little wash up before you rest.
Cool. Bodger will take advantage of that.
I'm
Sure.
gonna grab some more
Oh.
dog kibbles because I'm feeding them air treats right now and they're not convinced.
Yeah, they're gonna start biting your fucking arms soon.
Scratch will also. Get
Yep, I'll grab some as well.
Perfect.
Oh,
It's
freebies.
probably kind of
Mm.
coming along about 9 p.m. or so by the time you guys actually get in there. And at that point, it does the weather from clear. As you're kind of like making your way back, it does begin to like start doing a light snow, like just as you're kind of making your way back. So you're pleased to get inside to the warmth, and underground here as well. It is it's very cozy. So it does allow you to actually you know, fully enjoy that kind of underground area. And in the tavern like this, you imagine you are relatively safe, unless you would like to stage watches.
No, I mean, I'll be relatively safe. I mean, we in town. There's no reason why people should.
No,
I know.
let's us, you know. Get ourselves a good few hours of sleep, and it's gonna be a long day. You know. Spanek is the basis of good health. Sleeping.
Yep. So you will have a nice bath, get a nice rest, and yeah. If you go to bed at 9, you can wake up nice and early the next day, when the actual like aurora is past. Twilight is yet to come back into fruition, so it is dark when you wake up again. It is very dark. But you're kind of getting used to it now, because you've been here before. And to give you guys a rough idea of your day-night cycle, generally between 8 p.m. and about 6 a.m. you get the moon cycle, roughly. So at the minute you guys are in like a first quarter moon, and there is a little bit of dim light from that will be around. However, by 6 a.m. that does begin to fade, and then it begins to get light again around twilight, which is around 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m., which again gives you a little more dim light. And then at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. There is also an added like the aurora in the night sky that kind of gives it a little bit more of a light as well.
Well, good morning, folks.
Morning.
Wow.
Morning. We what is for breakfast in here? I think it smells really quite nice.
I don't think we have food here.
Don't we have food in here? In the...
I'm pretty sure
We
that
can
you
cook up
were
some moose
sniffing
meat
the
on the
air last
fire.
night at that fish.
No,
this could be.
like.
I mean, there's no breakfast in here. What kind of service is this?
Come on,
Save it that way.
You do have an oven in your room.
I'll try and
Yeah,
cook up some moose meat in the oven.
No. I've got a bit of rush on me anyway. So
Scratch
have
can
that
help.
today.
She has proficiency.
Sure, you can make a if you have cooked utensils or anything like that, you can make the check with cooked utensils. Otherwise, we'll go for a like a wisdom survival check.
And can she also give guidance and help, or is that too much?
You can give guidance and then give the help action after. Sure,
Sure.
you're not in like a perilous situation. You're just cooking.
Yeah, she would just do that and help Malice out.
Am I rolling?
Tell me.
Just let the drow cook. Let him
Have you got cooked utensils?
Nope.
Got survival?
I got survival.
We'll survival.
Just do Arcana.
At one.
You do have advantage because you're being assisted by Scratch.
No. You don't put sugar on the moose meat. No.
22.
22, and you also can get guidance as well. 23. Yeah, you cook up. You just cook it up enough for you and Scratch. Just two portions, or sure, you cook up 2 very well cooked cuts of moose. How are you serving them? What are you doing to them?
Roasting them in the fire as best she can.
So
Not
just
doing
like
anything fancy.
just cuts of meat, like steak, roast moose.
Yep.
Sure, you've a very hearty breakfast of a roast moose for them before you. It's well cooked. It's nice and
And
tender.
you will notice the entire time she is cooking, she is not looking at the food she's preparing. She has one eye and it's on you the entire time to make sure you are not getting close to the food.
What, like on Scratch, who's helping you cook it, or?
Yeah. Just the full time she's watching to make sure you don't do anything.
You good?
Just making sure you don't mess with it.
I usually the only thing I do when messing with cooking is just turn the meat over so it roasts better. But
Sorry, I spent
Oh,
a
good.
lot of my
Well-
childhood and adulthood trying not to get poisoned.
that's
Made
fair.
me a little-
We all-
Paranoid when it comes to eating things when people have been around.
No, that's fair. Hear me out. Next time I cook something, and if it's poisoned, you get to kill me. But
If it's poisoned, you would have managed to kill me first.
well, do you think I have access
As
to
long
poison
as you do
that
the
kills
correct
you?
dose, I suppose. One of my sisters tried to poison me and she dosed me wrong and that she was the one who died, but
Like,
I assume that if you're used to killing animals, you'll know how to correctly dose a poison.
I don't usually use poison. It spoils the meat, I usually hunt to eat the meat, so poison is like, not ideal. But,
Family loves
you
the
do.
poison. Very popular.
I mean, each to their own. I once had the misfortune of seeing a person poisoned by a purple worm poison. It was very, very quick. And the meat tasted horrible after this as well.
Well, normally drow don't eat what they kill.
Well,
Except your
that's just
first
the way.
kill. That's traditional to take a bite of the raw heart.
The heart.
Yeah.
But you have to have very sharp teeth. That's like all muscle.
Is everyone like together now?
Two
Like,
twin
or-
rooms.
or-
So I think this is happening in their twin rooms. We'll cut to your guys'
Oh,
twin rooms
okay,
there.
okay,
I was
okay,
doing it there
okay,
a
okay.
moment.
I thought you like so together.
I just love the idea of like them chatting about like, yeah, you take a bite of their raw heart, and then like in the other room, yeah, I like it here. It's really nice, and the people are friendly.
Yeah, well, we can. If you guys are kind of done with that motif, we can cut to the other room and see what Bodger and Bahagor are getting up to in their morning routine.
Bodger and Bahagor.
Bodger and Bahagor.
Bodger loves.
Bodger and Bahagor. Bodger and Bahagor. Bodger and Bahagor.
We have to make a fucking animatic for
Bodger
this.
loves knuckle-headed trout.
Yeah. Anything happen?
so probably a lot less in-depth conversation because blokes don't talk about
I think it'd be
Stuff.
like, yeah, I think it'd be like, so Bodger, we didn't have much time to talk. I mean, we've been hanging out for a few days now, and then what's his story like? I mean, a bit more detail. Where you from? How did you land here, and all of that.
I'm a sailor.
Okay.
There's not much else, I suppose, to.
So you must have seen a lot of different places. You must have been beautiful
yeah, like-
cities, beautiful towns and ports.
Up and down the Sword Coast. You know, the docks are not normally the highlight of people's journeys, but you know, it's all right.
Have you ever been to? I've heard of this place called Baldur's Gate. I've never ever managed to sail that far. I've heard it's pretty far away, but it's meant to be a pretty beautiful city.
Yeah, I've been to Baldur's Gate. There's lots of trade that goes through there.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I always wanted to go down there.
Why?
You know, see, I've always been stuck up north during the cold, and I didn't get to travel very much. Pretty much spent most of my time up here. I think the furthest I ever went is probably Neverwinter. But
Oh.
that's about it, really.
Why'd you never travel?
I don't know. I mean, just to be fair, I kind of feel attached to this place. You see, even though I'm with you fellas and you know, and the ladies as well, I just most of the time I like to keep it to myself. You know, I like to just be left alone sometimes. But you folks kind of changed my perception, and I'm enjoying my time.
That was
with you all.
pretty quick. It's only been a couple of days.
Yes, but
People
I don't know.
change often before they realise it, so maybe you were ready for
Exactly.
this.
Maybe it was changing already, but there's something that attracts me to this place. It keeps me in here.
Bahagor was
No,
shown one act of kindness and was like, I love this.
Yeah.
like a traumatized girl. Just like, oh, they were kind to me once. I love them.
I now love them. I will follow them to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, no matter how many red flags. Yeah, so Badger would just be like, all right, so what's the weirdest thing you've seen on your travels then?
Oh, the weirdest thing. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something.
The thing that, if you told me, I'd go, no, you didn't.
I don't know, but what I'm gonna tell you is, I've been having this very strange nightmare recently, and somehow it keeps getting mixed with my own memories. It is very strange. It's like I've lived someone else's life, or and it's have someone else's memories. It feels like I've been there, but I wasn't, and I don't know. It sometimes gets me very confused. I'm sorry if sometimes I scream at night, because it does happen, and I have this very vivid image of me being a town, and I don't know, and being kidnapped by these people, and some people I care has been killed, and I don't know. It's just very weird, very weird. Ever since I met this fella in the woods, you see. Like I said before, I was contracted to protect this caravan, but the winds were strong, and we got attacked by these bandits. Long story short, the person I was with got killed, and I got left for dead in the middle of the woods. And this druid fella, well, I'm assuming he's a druid. It was, I couldn't really see his face, but this person in the middle of the woods found me, and I was literally left for dead, and then he helped me. And then ever since then, I've had this very weird dreams and strange things, and I don't know. I don't know what to think of it, to be fair. But
Do you know what I think happened? I think that when you were passed out in the woods, one of them weird poisonous frogs went and rubbed its butt against you, and now you're hallucinating. I know a guy who likes licking those frogs. You don't have much of a job nowadays, because it's hard to keep that one locked down.
mean, I didn't really do a good job, but if the fella's dead, I mean, it wasn't a really good job, is it? So.
Well, no. Yeah, I'm talking about my person now, not your.
Sorry, your
your
person.
story was pretty weird, but yeah, I reckon it was one of them poisonous frogs. I reckon.
Really?
Or you ate a mushroom.
I'm not really into that kind of stuff.
You don't reincarnate as people again. Were you still you then? Were you still Bahagor in these old visions, or were you
No,
someone else?
It's like I'm someone else's. It's almost like I was a human. I've got human hands, and I had there was a person that's very dear to me in my dreams. I'm assuming she was probably my wife or someone, and they're all humans. And it's very strange because I'm always see myself as a dragonborn. That's why I'm very confused, and it confuses the crap out of me. I'm gonna tell you, Badger.
Bro, I really think you're tripping. Like, I think you might need to, like...
Maybe that druid fella put something in his potions.
Maybe you've had some, like, iffy milk that's just a little bit too iffy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, could be. I mean, sometimes I drink milk that gives me the shits, but I never drunk milk that, made me see things.
I'd like to draw a boundary between our professional relationship where you don't tell me about your shits. You are entitled to say what you want. I am entitled to not listen and not partake. So I'm just saying, this is setting out that boundary.
Fair enough. I'll take it. Yep. I respect your boundaries. No problem.
I appreciate
Absolutely
that.
no problem. No problem. Yeah. So, Bodger, I'm going to be honest with you. One of the things I'm actually going in this trip with you guys because I want to maybe see if I can possibly find this druid fella that did this to me. I don't know, or maybe I don't know. Or find out this place where this dreams or this nightmares, whatever to call it, is from. Because I can see the surroundings and I kind of remember more or less. It's like I've seen this place before, so I know it's somewhere here in 10 Towns. Just not sure exactly where. So I don't know. Maybe if I find where this place is and exactly what happened and what is, it might just be dreams. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. But
is there any?
It is bothering me a lot. This I have to be honest.
No. That much is clear. Is there anything that's like distinctive about this place that I can keep an eye out for? Anything that like particularly springs to mind?
It's very hazy at the moment. I mean, I never actually thought of it that way. All I know is it feels like it's somewhere here in 10 Towns. I'm just not sure exactly where. A very busy city, and there's these weird figures with robes and they broke into my house and took my. I don't know. But listen, the more I figure out, I'll keep you up to date, and then maybe you might be able to help me figure this one out.
All right, yeah, sure. Why not?
Also, Scratch would have one question for Malins before, he's like, oh, also wait, you said your sister tried to poison you. I never had I had several siblings. Like, that's not the norm, is it? Like, or maybe I just had very good siblings. I don't know.
I don't think it's the norm for most cultures, but Drow, you do anything to climb the ranks. So if there's someone in front of you, try to take them out.
Oh, well, we have something similar where I come from, but like when somebody's in your way, you like fight them, like, test of strength, and if you best them, you go up, and if you don't, you stay there.
Drow are similar.
I don't know. I guess I
Less
prefer
direct
it a bit
in your approach. The best deaths are those that nobody ever knows you did.
Well, it depends. Like, when a death happens due to a dispute, it's accepted. No issue being taken against the person who did the killing.
I don't do it anymore.
I'm glad to hear. It doesn't sound too healthy in the long term, at least, hiding away things. When you kill somebody out in the open and everybody's fine with it because, it's the way things are, it's something else than when you have to, kill just to survive out of spite with poisons. And, I can imagine living your life thinking if your next meal is gonna be your last, it must be quite unfortunate.
When I was young, it almost felt like a game. But since Mother taught me better, I've tried to be better.
Well, that's the best we can all do, isn't it?
I'm not very good yet. at any of it.
Uh,
But
the journey is... Well, you look young. Your life is ahead of you. I hear elves live long, so you can walk your journey until you get to your destination, or close enough to it. So, keep at it. I'm rooting for you.
thank you.
But it's
You
only
should
natural,
probably
isn't
check
it?
on the men.
Well, yes, I wonder if the place will be full of ice, since what I've overheard yesterday.
My
Hopefully
family
not.
taught me that men are inferior, and since I've been taught that they're not. But sometimes I look at them and think maybe the first lesson might have been right.
I don't know.
Don't tell Mother that.
I'm not sure I'll ever meet your mother unless like you mean your the naked dancing the Elistra, right? That one. Do you mean that by mother or like your actual mother?
Neither. Our head cleric. She guides
Oh,
us
yeah.
in the ways.
Oh, okay. So we have like
We call her
Yeah.
Mother or Sword Dancer.
So, all right. Yeah, we have archdruids. Well, I heard of them. I'm not sure if we have one here in Icewind Dale. Certainly nobody came knocking at my door once I accidentally shapeshifted into a bear.
They guide you when you leave. Guides
Oh.
people who leave.
That's nice of them. Guys are necessary in this world.
I think so.
But let's go have a look if they're, alive and well. And she probably like opened the door.
Knock on the door like, are you alive and well?
Telling you, man, mushrooms. All right, morning.
Hey, morning. Rano bra.
Hey, Bahagor, do you need me to keep any of that secret, or are you...
For now.
All right, no problem. Morning.
Wait, alright, you ready?
Yep, don't worry about
Ready
that.
to go.
All right, let's go. Let's go check on the peppers.
I'm gonna
Well,
give them some of the fish from yesterday.
Oh
Head
god,
out.
they're dead. I knew we should have checked out that dog fighting noise.
Both the dog are still fine.
Oh no, one of them's dead, but the nice one's all right. That's all right then.
And also the victor.
All right, and looks like they've already eaten as well. That's nice.
Feed the
Yeah,
dogs.
so we'll head up, feed the dogs, get them hooked up to the sled, and
I mean, do we need
get
to
ready
hook up
go.
the dogs? Isn't
Oh,
the
no,
mine
we-
like just
Half an hour away on foot.
Half an hour. Oh yeah, there will be snowshoes in it. We're all good.
It's also one of our
Hook 'em up,
there as well.
Tell Bodger to unhook them. Like, oh, I didn't know how far it was.
you
Right,
come in out
let's
the
go.
cold like, right, the dogs are all hooked up, ready to go. It's like, we're just gonna walk. It's like, all right.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yeah, and we'll head towards the mine.
Perfect. Yeah, you start kind of
the
trekking your way
mine.
towards the gem mine. Takes you about half an hour or so. As you kind of get a little bit closer, I'll give you a little rough rendition. You kind of see the entrance of the mine. It's in the woods northeast of town, and like the trail there does take about 30 minutes of winding up. The area around the opening, however, appears devoid of any obvious life. It's an open tunnel in a hillside. There's empty carts parked in the entrance, and next to which is a crude wooden sign which is propped up. Written on the sign in charcoal are the words "Kobolds only," crudely in common. But they are surprisingly more little, although they are crude in the style and the size. The lettering has a little bit of like a calligraphic like finish to some of it, which
A little
suggests
fancy.
yeah,
A little fancy kobold.
a bit more what you expect from a kobold, perhaps. But before our party go
Well-educated
diving
kobolds.
into a mine, that is where we're going to stop for tonight, and we will see you all next week, potentially. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Go. I am so sorry. Apparently people weren't hearing us. Apologies.
Oh, good damn.
Don't know why.
After all that-
Apologies.
Raid.
Thank you so much for the
Yes,
raid. Good
thank you
timing.
for the
We
raid.
have voice. So sorry. Ready City Crit, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Without that, we wouldn't have known. We were talking to the void. Not
Oh,
sure
damn.
why we were talking to the void, but we were.
So will I redo the whole thing? Welcome to our post show, Beyond the Isles, where we break down and also break down the episode that we just watched. We are so professional. Oh, Lord, God damn it. Anyway, yes, Ready Steady Crit, thank you very much. I was aggressively asking people to follow you, except obviously couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. So we were just kind of threatening quietly that we that people
Yeah,
should follow.
really quiet.
He did a shout out to chat. Thank you
Quiet
so much.
intimidation.
Thank
Yes.
you so much.
So yeah, before we get into breaking down that episode, just a couple of announcements. First of all, we have a very special Halloween one-shot on the 25th of October, DM'd by me, my debut as a DM on stream.